No, these are the ultrasonic sensors for front parking, and they go all around the front of the car. But this right here is the eyeball camera, and that is pretty much what's responsible for the adaptive cruise control.
That was a good time to do this because I noticed online nobody had made a video like this before, and somebody had actually asked me to do this. But basically, this is an explanation of how Jeep's auto adaptive cruise control works. Now, one of the reasons why I prefer driving the Jeep SRT, which I really believe is FCA's best product, is simply because it has adaptive cruise control. Yesterday I had to do a 500-mile drive to Rhode Island, and most of that time I was using adaptive cruise control, and I was basically trying to get used to it. Now, what the current Jeep can't do unless it has lane keeping assist is steer itself. Unlike Tesla's what is it called, auto driving technology, the Jeeps can't steer themselves unless they have that lane keeping. But when they do have lane keeping, the auto adaptive cruise control allows them basically to control themselves. And all you have to do is add a little bit of light steering. They can bring themselves to a complete stop, and they can bring themselves to a resume, similar to the Mercedes S-Class I used to have. So let's just see how it works. So basically, we're in traffic, obviously. We're doing about 58 miles an hour. In order to turn on adaptive cruise control, you have to hit this button right here. So once that button's hit, you'll see the little car icon on the bottom. And then you use these buttons right here, 1 and 2, to increase or decrease the distance that you want it to follow. So that you have up to 4 bars, which will give you about 4 car lengths. Now let's say I want to drop it to 1 car length, because I like using 1 car length, so this way people don't really jump in front of you. 2 car lengths is actually better, and the reason why is because the sensor in the front, the eyeball sensor, the problem is it's right in the middle of the car, so it can't easily see as people are merging left and right. So basically, if I want to activate it, I push set plus in order to set, what is it called, the speed limit I want it to obey. So let's say I push set plus and I say, okay, oh, well, I hit the cruise control off. I want auto adaptive cruise control on, and I want to hit set 55 miles per hour. That's the speed limit of New York, right? Right now you see it is now in cruise control. So I can take my foot off the pedal, and I don't have to use the pedal, but I do have to steer. So once again, the Jeep Trackhawk will have lane keeping, and it'll also have automotive parking, and it'll be able to park itself just like the current Jeep Cherokee does. So right now, as you can see, it's doing 55 miles per hour, and it's automatically keeping up with the next guy. And as you know, with automotive adaptive cruise control, if I set it to 80 or I set it to 90, as long as there's nobody right in front of me, it will accelerate to 80 or 90, and it will keep whatever the distance is that you set between you and the next guy. Now, as you can see, I'm averaging 14.7 miles per gallon. Yesterday on that 500-mile drive, there was a little bit of racing every now and then, but I averaged about 17 miles per gallon. Even when I kept the car in economy mode, I averaged about 17 miles per gallon. So once again, this is not the kind of car you want if, gas prices is a problem. So let's say I want to speed it up a little. I just have to hit set, and I'll go to 65 miles per hour, and the Jeep automatically increases speed to 65 miles per hour. Now, obviously, the people in front of me are moving much faster. So because they're moving so much faster, it's just sticking with the 65 miles per hour. So the cops can't pull me over if I say get scanned by radar. I saw a couple of cops out there this morning with their little radar detectors, and they were waiting for somebody to screw up, and so they could get their nice tickets in at the end of the month. Uh-oh, look, there's one right there. Look at that bastard. Scanning. Look at him. I hate these Ford Explorers. I hate them. Oh, no. Okay, that wasn't a car right there. I thought it was. Because usually they wait, because that's the state police. As you can see, that's where the state police camp out, and they're waiting for you to pass by. So anyway, what I loved about this adaptive cruise control is it will auto stop itself. If it has to bring itself to a complete stop, when the next guy slows down to a complete stop, all you have to do to start it up again is to hit resume. Or if you want to change the speed that it's following, you can hit set plus or set minus. But so long as you don't touch the pedal, it will continue moving along in its pace. So I've had my Jeep SRT. It's been my favorite daily driver. I love this truck. My favorite daily driver. And right now I have 17,000 miles on it. So when I get the Trackhawk, one of the first videos I want to, oh, watch it slowing itself, look at that. And I will say, because these are Brembo brakes, and Brembo brakes have a lot of stopping power, if you have somebody in the car riding with you and they're like trying to sleep, the stops aren't harsh, it's just that it will jolt them awake if the stop is sudden enough. But that, that goes without saying, because even the Teslas have that issue. But, the Teslas have their own type of Brembo brake caliper, which is a high performance, like 6-piston or something, regenerative brake or whatever. But as you can see, it's slowing itself down to 44, following this disgusting Nissan Altima in front of me. The Nissan Altima is the official car of the cheating girlfriend here in New York City. If you have a girlfriend that has a Nissan Altima, most likely, when you don't know where she is, she's cheating on you, most likely. So as you can see, it says speed limit 45. So let's say I want to drop it to 45, which would piss off the people behind me. I'm not going to drop it to 45. Let's say I drop it to 60. It's amazing that they were able to build something like this. This thing is easy to drive. You drive it comfortably with one hand. The only reason why you hear the wind noise is because I have the vent open, as you can see, because I closed the windows so that it's easier to talk and you can hear me. But basically, when you want to give your leg or foot a rest, you can't beat adaptive cruise control. I'm very disappointed in Chrysler FCA for not putting adaptive cruise control as an option on the Hellcats. Now, I understand that they want you fully paying attention, they want you awake and all that. But my thing is, hey, if the Jeep Trackhawk can have it, then why can't the Hellcats have it? And of course, some assholes say, oh, yeah, well, why are you upset? I mean, it's a driver's car. You're supposed to be paying attention all the time. You're supposed to be driving it. Yeah, but what if I'm driving 500 miles or more? What if I'm driving down to Florida and my leg gets tired? Does that mean that I can't have that little bit of relief? See, autonomous driving, as much as you might want to hate it, that's a luxury feature. Uh-oh, watch this. I'm slowing down for this pathetic Toyota Corolla. I hate Toyota Corollas. So anyway, taking these curves. I've never taken these curves this slow. Normally when I drive through here, I'm doing like 85. And people are like, well, how the hell does that thing not flip over? But see, the Jeep SRT has a wider track. And it has, wider tires than the regular Jeeps do. So anyway, like this guy right here. Shit. See, now, as you can see, because the sensor is in the middle of the bumper, it wasn't able to detect him right away. So one of the issues is you can't, this is not autopilot or some bullshit. You have to pay attention and you have to be ready, because that guy merged right into the lane and this thing didn't even sense him. It senses this Mercedes, but it didn't sense that guy in that shitty red Nissan whatever. So that's basically how adaptive cruise control works. And I wanted to make this video for a while, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. What I'm hoping for is a stop sign soon, because I want to show you the full stop. But right now I'm behind this guy right here. And okay, let's say I drop my speed. I'll drop my speed to about 50 and I'll start to get over. I'm doing all this with one hand, mind you, one hand. And my foot is not even touching the pedal. I got this guy right here and I'm trying to get over to the next lane. I'm trying to bring it to a complete stop. I may have to use the pedal, but I was trying not to. In fact, no, okay, I've gotten a little bit of distance on it. Okay, watch. I'm gonna see it'll bring it to a complete stop and then we'll resume. So I'm just gonna leave the light on. Notice I'm not using my feet. Not using my feet at all. No feet. If I had used my brake, you would have noticed, because the thing would have said driver override and the shit would have turned off. So let's see if it's going to come to a complete stop. We're still doing 50. And I want to show you the stop and resume. But once again, the big issue is you have to line up the next person with you. Because if that person's not lined up right in your center, the eyeball camera cannot scan them. So I don't want you to, watch this video and then get yourself into an accident. So, and another issue is obviously this thing can't handle curves. So you have to be ready to not only slow down. Let me drop my speed. Let me drop my speed to 30. Okay. And I see a stoplight. Okay. So watch this. We're about to come to a complete stop at 35 miles per hour. Watch. This is beautiful. Watch this. Watch this. Complete stop. Watch this. Technology. Watch this. If traffic stop, look at that. Look at that. No feet. Now, what it'll say is ACC may cancel. When you hear that beep, that means that ACC canceled. Now you'll notice the car is rolling. But I can push set again. Uh-oh. Son of a bitch. Yeah, so you got... What the fuck? Get out of the middle of the street, goddammit! So, anyway, as I was saying, let's push set again, and we're gonna proceed again at 30 miles per hour. But we want to speed that up a little. But really, I'm actually obeying the speed limit because the speed limit really is like 30 miles per hour. So that's it. I don't even have to use my feet on the brake or whatever. And the guy behind me has a shitty Nissan Maxima, but because I'm obeying the speed limit, he can just wait because I'm not gonna rush. And that's it. And that's how it works. So if you come to a complete stop, all you got to do is hit the resume and it'll resume. So if there's any questions about this, feel free to ask. Let's see what this Charger's exhaust sounds like. Everybody's doing these muffler deletes. Beat me that time. All right, we're back. Yeah, it's a great idea to speed down one of these streets when they can hear you a fucking half a mile away. That's brilliant.